Good day, folks. In today's class, we're going to talk about the new topic that is statistics. Now, what is statistics? Statistics is a branch of science which helps us to study, analyze a given data, and summarize the data, and then also helps us to make the future prediction from that data. For example, you might have recently the immigration is a very hot topic going on in Canada. So you might have heard in the news channels that they are making the prediction that next 3 years how much population increase will be there, and after that how much population increase will be there. That is done with the help of some data. So government of Canada or Stat Canada has some data with them, and then they analyze the data and then they make the future prediction about the population in Canada, how it's going to roll out in near future. All right, based on that data. Now, that was an example. Now, statistics is studied with the help of collecting the data. Now, you can collect the data in two ways. You can collect the data from the whole population, or from the sample. Now, when I'm using the word population, it does not mean the population of the whole country. Population basically means that you, whatever data points which are there, which you can analyze, you analyze all those data points. For example, I wanted to study the average height of a Canadian man above the age of 18. So, population will become all the Canadian men. If I wanted to study average height of a Calgarian man across Calgary, then the population of Calgary will become the whole of the population in that. If I wanted to study the average height of a student studying at SAIT, then the population will become all the students who are studying at SAIT. Okay. So depending upon what your target is, what you wanted to achieve, you will decide what the population is. And then sample means taking a smaller number of data points from the whole population. So again, going back to the first example which I took, I wanted to study the average height of a Canadian man uh, and above the age of 18. So is it possible for me to calculate, to go and ask every Canadian man what's their height is? It's going to consume a lot of finances from me, and it will be a time consuming thing also. So it's just not feasible. So what will be the correct way? That the correct way will be, I collect a smaller sample from Calgary, another sample from Toronto, another sample from Manitoba, another from BC, and other parts of the Canada. I collect certain samples, small samples. I collect all those samples, and then I make the prediction about the population. So these small data points which I collected, I will call them as my sample. So maybe 20 data points from Calgary, 20 from other place, 20 from other place, 20 from other place, and 20 from other place. It can be 20, 30, 100, it can be any number depending upon what you wanted to achieve. Okay, so that is sample. And then you can make a bigger sample out of this whole sample also, and make the prediction about the population. So now that was some basics about the statistics. Now, one more thing I wanted to talk about. So you will learn about mean, median, mode. First of all, mean, median, mode. In your formula booklet, you will see the formulas for this. So first of all, I'll talk about the mean. Now, mean of a sample is represented by x bar, and mean of a population is represented by mu. The formula is same. It's just the representation is a little different. When we are talking about the population, means whenever I'm talking about all the data points, it means I will use the mu symbol. If I'm talking about a sample, then I will use the x bar symbol. For example, let's say I'm given some data points. So I wanted to find the mean of that. And these data points, I'm assuming it as a sample. So X bar, I wanted to find out. So the data points given to me are, so 38.5, another data point is 50, is 5.6, another data point is 24.4, another data point is 14.1, and the final data point given to me is 23.1. I wanted to find out the mean. So x bar value will be equal to sum of all the values, sum of all the data points. So x means each and individual data point. So all these are x data x. So I can call it x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. If I add all these data points, that is called sum of the data points. Okay, divided by n. N means the number of data points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I add these numbers, the sum will come out to be 153.7 divided by the number of data points, that is 5. So final answer will become 30.74. If these data points were my population, then I would have called it as mu equal to 30.74. Okay, same process I would have applied, mu equal to sum of x divided by n. Okay, here we use the generally capital N, means n total number of data points for population, for, as I said, for population. Now that was the mean of the sample and the mean of the population. Now I'm going to talk about the second thing, that is median. Median. Now median of these data points. So these are certain data points given to me. So I'm going to write them again. So the data points were 38.5, 55.6, 22.4, and then 14.1, and then final is 23.1. These are the data points given to me. I wanted to find the median. Median means middle value. Median means middle value. To find the middle value, I must put the data in the ascending order. Remember this thing. If you're not gonna put the data in the ascending order, your answer will be wrong. So 14.1 is the smallest number, then 22.4, then 23.1, and 38.5, 55.6. What is the middle value? So data point number 1. So data point number 2, 3, 4, 5. So middle is the third one. So I'll select this one. So median is 23.1. So that was easy. You're gonna say, Arjun, that's fine, because there were odd number of terms, so there will always be a middle value. What if there are 6 terms? So if I add one more term to this one, let's say I add here 24.5. Now there are 6 terms, so I will put them again in the serial order. So 14.1, 22.4, and let me just quickly see whether it's being recorded or not. Yes, it is being recorded. And then the third number is 23.1, and then the fourth number is 24.5, and then the fifth number will become 38.5, and then sixth number is 55.6. Now median, what are, again, it's a middle value, so I will see which two are the middle values now. So 2 here and 2 here, I left them, and the middle two terms are these two. I will take the average of the middle two terms. So again, there is a formula for that also. Median formula is n plus 1 divided by 2. How many terms are there? There are 6 terms. 6 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 7 over 2, which will become 3.5. So 3.5 means 3 terms from here, 3 terms here, the middle value of these two. The middle value of these two. How can you find out the middle value? You can find the middle value by taking the sum of these plus 24.5 divided by 2. That's how you will get the middle value, that is 23.80. This formula you can apply to the odd number of terms also. Again, if there were 5, 5 plus 6, 5 plus 1 is 6, divided by 2, which is 3. So when there were odd number of terms, straight away you got the 3. The problem comes when you have the even number of terms, as I did in this question. So hopefully you were able to understand how we calculate the median of the given numbers. So again, I'll give a simple example. I'll like you guys to pause the video and solve this question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If there are, these are the terms. Find the median. So welcome back, and then let's see whether you got the right answer or not. So middle value, so there are 6 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 7 over 2, which is 3.5. So 3.5, the middle value is here. So I will add 3 plus 4 divided by 2 in this one. So that will be 3 plus 4 is 7 over 2, which is 3.5. Please, this is the formula I applied because I was using just a simple random numbers. So I got the 3.5. So don't do this way. Don't confuse yourself that, oh, you got 3.5, so you will just gonna directly write that number. So what I mean by that, if I change it to 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, I write these numbers. Okay, now you have to find the median. So you're gonna say what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I'm gonna make it even number of terms, 8. Okay, now so 8 terms are there. So 8 means so 8 plus 1 divided by 2, 9 over 2, which is 4.5. So fourth term, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth term. So 4.5 means between these two. So 2 plus 3 divided by 2, which is 5 over 2, which is 2.5. So hopefully you were able to understand how do we calculate the median. And for median, you don't need to worry about the population or the sample. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about right now is the mode. Mode. Oops, mode. So mode means the term which is repeating itself highest number of times. That is mode. So in this given data, which term is repeating itself highest number of time? 3 is repeating highest number of times. So 3 has a frequency of 4. So the mode will become 3. All right. So there can be more than one mode. If let's say this is how it was. So 3 and 2 will become the mode in that scenario. So mode is pretty straightforward. There's nothing much crazy about the mode. Okay, so let's look into some other questions on the frequency now. Okay, weighted frequency or grouped mean. So weighted mean or frequency table. All right, so let's talk about calculating the mean from frequency distribution. Calculating mean from frequency distribution. Okay, how are you going to calculate that? So the formula for that is equal to x bar, which is equal to sum of f times x divided by sigma f. Now x bar is a symbol you're going to use when it is a sample. If it is a population, you will use mean, this mu. Then formula is going to still remain the same, divided by sigma f. Now, first of all, when to use this formula? So sometimes you will be given the data in a raw form. Raw form means you are given the data 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 9. These are the data points given to me. Now, or I will actually put some more numbers, 1, 2, 2, and here I'm going to take the smaller number so that I can easily do the calculations. 3, 3, 6, and I'll put it as 8, and here 8 also. All right, so these are the data points given to me. If I asked you to find out the mean, what you're going to do is you're going to take the sum of all these numbers. 8 plus 8, let me do the calculation on my calculator. I'm going to do the calculations. So it'll be like 8 plus 8 plus 6 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. So that comes out to be 33. 33. And how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 terms are there. So divided by 8. So divided by 8, which is 4.125. I'm going to do it one more time so that we are doing it right. I'm not making any mistake. 4 plus 1, 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 6 is 17, 17 plus 16, 17 plus 16 is 33. That's absolutely correct. Now, this was the raw data form that you were given the data points. Sometimes the data points are not given in this form. They are given in the table form. So you are given the frequency. So table form means I'll say what are the data points? X equal to 1, 2, 3, 6 and 8. These are the data points. How many times 1 is repeating itself? Frequency means how many times that number is repeating itself. That's what frequency means. Frequency means repetition, isn't it? How frequent you are to the college. Okay, how frequently you work out. So that's what frequency is. I work out 5 days a week. So means you are repeating the same thing 5 days again and again. You're working out. So 1 is repeating itself how many times? Only one time. 2 is repeating itself how many times? 2 times. 3 is repeating how many times? 3 is also repeating 2 times. 6 is repeating only one time. 8 is repeating twice. So sometimes you are given the data like this rather than given uh, in the raw form. So how are you going to calculate the value from here? So frequency is given to you. So you will use that formula x bar, which is equal to sum of f times x and divided by n, divided by number of data points, or sum of frequency, you can also call it as. So let's I will, rather writing a sum of frequency, I will call it as n. This will be easier, use the n here. So n means the number of data points. Number of data points, I'll tell you how we gonna calculate that too. So let's look into this question. So we are given so one times I wanted to, first of all, this is what I wanted to do, fx. So f times x, I will multiply these two. So 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, and 3 times 2, I'm multiplying these two. That's what I'm doing. 3 times 2 is 6, 6 times 1 is 6, and 8 times 2 is 16. Okay, I got all these numbers, and now I will add all these numbers. So if I take the sum of these numbers, 16 plus 16, 16 plus 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 1, it came out to be 33. Okay, that is 33. Now sum of frequencies, when I wrote it as sum of frequencies, okay, or number of data points, as I said, you can put it as n or sum of frequencies, whatever makes sense to you. I prefer it as n. N means adding of all these frequencies. So number of data points, are 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 6, 6 plus 2 8. 8 data points I have in total, and that's what I had also here, 8 data points. All right, so you're gonna write it as 33 over 8, and you're gonna get the same answer as the previous, that is 4.125. So this formula you're going to use when you are given the data in the table form. This previous formula you're going to use when you are given in the raw form, means that some numbers are given to you and you just wanted to find out the mean of that data. So you just add all those numbers and get the answer. But as I said, sometimes you are given this table, then how to solve that question, you're going to use this way to calculate the mean of that question. So hopefully you were able to understand mean, median, mode. I'll see you with another video. Till then, goodbye.